Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to Learn Quran in Arabic short video series. PDF and PowerPoint slides are available for download. Links are in the description. Bismillah, we are going to start our 6th chapter, Noun and Adjectives. Adjectives are words that describe the quality of the noun. For example, beautiful baby. Here, beautiful is an adjective which is describing the noun baby. In English, the adjective comes before the noun, as we can see in this example, beautiful baby. Here, beautiful is an adjective which is coming before the noun baby, whereas in Arabic, the adjective comes after the noun. Like in this example, baby beautiful. Your adjective is coming after the noun baby. In Arabic, qualifying noun is known as mawsuf and adjective is known as sifa. Mawsuf, which is a qualifying noun, must be first, and sifa, which is an adjective, it has the same four properties as of the mawsuf. It is after the mawsuf and it can have more than one sifa. And that sifa, which is adjective, can be present at a long distance in the same sentence. Let's see which are those four properties of an ism which are same as the adjective. Those are type, gender, number, and status, which we have already learned about them in the previous chapters. Four properties of ism are as following. First property is type, that is, an ism can be either common noun or proper noun. Then comes the second property, which is gender. An ism can be either male or female, irrespective whether ism is living or non-living. Third one is number. An ism can be either singular, dual, or plural. And the last property is status. That is, an ism can be either rafa, nasab, or jar. Let's take this following example, Muslimun. Muslimun doesn't have al in the beginning. So its first property, that is type, will be a common noun. Muslimun doesn't have ta marbuta at the end. So its gender will be male. There is no alif noon or ya noon at the end. So it is singular, and Muslimun has dhamma on the last letter. So its status will be rafa status. In this example, al-muslimatu has al in the beginning, so its type will be proper noun. Al-muslimatu has ta marbuta at the end, so its gender will be female. There is no alif noon or waw noon or ya noon at the end, so it is singular. And al-muslimatu has dhamma on the last letter, so its status will be rafa. In this example, al-muslimuna has al in the beginning, so its type will be proper noun. Al-muslimuna doesn't have ta at the end, so its gender will be male. Now there is waw noon with a sound of una at the end of the word, which is a sign of plural rafa status. So its number will be plural and status will be rafa. In this example, Muslimataini doesn't have al in the beginning, so its type will be common noun, and the letter ta is used in the word, so its gender will be female. Now there is ya noon with a sound of aini at the end of the word, which is a sign of dual nasab and dual jar. So its number will be dual and status can be either nasab or jar, because in nasab and jar the sound of the dual and plural are same. Grammatically, a noun must match with its adjective in all four properties. That is, adjective will have the same four properties as of the noun. Let's take the following example. Al-Muslimus Salihu. Here al-Muslimu and as-Salihu both are proper noun because they have al in the beginning. Both of them are masculine because there is no ta marbuta at the end of the word. They are singular because there is no dual and plural sign at the end. And both of them have dhamma at their last letter, so both of them are rafa. As all the four properties of al-Muslimu is matching with as-Salihu, al-Muslimu is noun and as-Salihu is adjective. So the translation will be the righteous Muslim, where the righteous is adjective and Muslim is noun. In this example, Muslimuna, Salihuna. Here Muslimuna and Salihuna both are common noun because they don't have al in the beginning. Both of them are masculine because they don't have ta in the end. And they have waw nun at the end with una sound, which is a sign of plural rafa status. So they are plural and their status is rafa. As all the four properties of Muslimuna matches with Salihuna, Muslimuna is noun and Salihuna is adjective. So the translation will be righteous Muslims, where righteous is adjective and Muslims are noun. In this example, Muslimatin, Salihatin. Here Muslimatin and Salihatin both are common noun because they don't have al in the beginning. And both of them are feminine because they have ta marbuta at the end of the word. They are singular because there is no dual and plural sign at the end. And both of them have kasra at their last letter, so both of them are in jar status. As all the four properties of Muslimatin matches with Salihatin, Muslimatin is noun and Salihatin is adjective. So the translation will be a righteous Muslim woman, where righteous is adjective and Muslim woman is noun. In this example, Muslimatani Salihatani. Here Muslimatani and Salihatani both are common because they don't have al in the beginning. Both of them are feminine because they have the letter ta in the word, and they have alif nun at the end, which is a sign of dual rafa status. So they are dual and their status is rafa. So as all the four properties of Muslimatani matches with Salihatani, Muslimatani is noun and Salihatani is adjective. So the translation will be two righteous Muslim women, where righteous is adjective and Muslim women are noun. For the exercise of this chapter, please check out the PDF in the description below. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.